The Crimson Oath. The girl from Black Hollow. Before the castle, before the blood, before she was bound by the oath. Evelyne was just the strange girl from Black Hollow. Her hair was black and dark like a crow's feathers, her skin pale as moonlit snow. But it was her eyes people whispered about most. Honey gold, like candlelight behind glass. Warm, unreadable. Eyes that unsettled even the priests. She lived with her aunt at the edge of the woods, where the trees grew too tall and the silence never sat right. Her aunt was a healer, or a witch, depending on who you asked. She muttered to herself, burned dried herbs, and never let Evelyne near mirrors or fire. People said Evelyne never cried as a baby, that she didn't bleed when she fell, that animals followed her for no reason. Men stared at her too long, and when they did, they dreamt of things they couldn't explain. She never asked for love, never believed in it, but deep in her quiet heart she wanted it. The kind that ruined people, the kind that set the soul on fire. It came for her the night the raven landed on her windowsill. It didn't caw, didn't move, just stared, a black feather tied to its leg with a red thread. No message, no signature, just that silent warning. At dawn, the carriage arrived. Black horses, crimson windows. The crest on the door was a rose, thorns wrapped in a circle. No one spoke as the pale driver opened the door and held out a scroll. You are requested, Lady Evelyne. By name, Lady. She had never been called that, but it felt true somehow. Her aunt screamed. Spit salt on the ground. You open that door, Evelyne, and you won't come back the same. She opened it anyway. She packed nothing. The carriage moved as if drawn by ghosts. Forests blurred. The sky never turned blue, and the sun never broke through. Hours passed, or days. She couldn't tell. Time felt lost at last. They arrived. Blackthorn Castle rose like a scar against the mountain, all stone and shadow. Its towers pierced the clouds like spears. No guards, no torches. Only silence. The door creaked open, and he stood there tall, still, cloaked in black. His hair was deep brown, almost black in the low light, tousled like he'd been running through storms. His eyes, they caught hers and held them. Hazel, but strange. Tinted with gold, green, and something else. Something unnatural. He didn't bow, didn't smile, only stared. You shouldn't have come, he said. Evelyne stepped out of the carriage. I was summoned. You were warned. She didn't look away. I don't fear stories. He tilted his head, slowly, like studying a creature he hadn't seen before. You are not what I expected. Neither are you, she said. My lord. He turned his back to her without another word, and disappeared into the dark hallway. She followed. The doors slammed shut behind her. The castle swallowed her whole, and somewhere deep within its walls, something ancient stirred, something that had been waiting, not for a bride, not for a guest, but for her. She felt it, not in her chest, but in her blood. Like a thread had been pulled. The oath had already begun, and she hadn't even learned his name.